What's going on, everybody? Trevor here, and welcome back to part 2 of In the Style of Fleet Foxes. We're not going to waste too much time this time around. We're going to jump right into the drums. We're going to go ahead and use the Roland Juno Keyboard to track our drums, and we're going to do so into the computer in the form of MIDI. And the reason we want to do this is because we want to be able to quantize, which means put all of the drums exactly on the beat we want them to be. In an ideal world, I'd have my nice professional drummer friend come in and lay down some real acoustic drums. But we're going to have to make do with what we got, and we're going to use this drum kit here. When it comes to recording MIDI drums, I find the most important thing is to make sure that the parts that I program could really be played by a drummer. So for the first part of the song, I want to use a lot of tom action, like something like that. But I also want, as if the drummer was using his left leg just to click the hi-hat down. That's going to keep a nice steady time, and we're going to use that to replace the beep boop 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 of the click track. So that's the first thing we got to do, is print that part. That's all I need. I'm just going to duplicate it all the way through the rest of the song. So the next thing I've found with the Fleet Foxes drums is that they'll often just have a steady 4/4 kick drum on every quarter note. So we're just going to keep it nice and basic to keep pushing the song along. So that's going to come in here. And again, that's all I need, because I'm just going to duplicate it through the entire track. Easy. So now we're going to go ahead and add in our snare drums and our toms. It'll sound something like this. Pretty simple, I think. When the intro comes back in, and during the choruses, I want a bit of a almost marching band style snare that keeps the pace nice and up. So it'll sound something like this. Something like that. We'll make sure it's got a really nice drum fill. And in the bridge of our song, after the vocals cut out, where we're going to add all of the extra magical layers, I'm going to do an even more impactful drum spot, just to bring everything up even more in intensity. Something like that. The best part is that now I can go back and edit everything. So we're going to go back and make sure that every drum has exactly the tone that I want it to have, so we can imitate Fleet Foxes. We're going to use a kick drum from here, a snare drum from there, a tom from here, a cymbal from there. We'll piece it all together and make a nice sounding drum kit from all of my options. So after going through and making sure that all of the drum hits are exactly where I want them, and then using all of my sources to get the optimal sounds, I've got something that sounds like this. Then we pick up the pace a bit here. Right, so we got that military sounding snare. if I add in the guitar. So there we go. Drums complete. Next up is the bass guitar. We want to fill in that low end. The other thing we talked about was making sure that we've got a bit of a walking bass line. So we want some movement in the notes, and we want to push from chord to chord using the roots on the bass guitar. Let's see how that turns out. Well, when it comes to recording bass, you gotta stand up. Of course. And ideally, you get it right the first time. So now I just gotta figure out the other part that I played. Wasn't so sure what I did. And once again, the most important note of the song. Now that's how you end it, baby. You hear the sustain on that one? It'd go on forever. I could leave, grab lunch, come back, and you'd still be hearing that one. Alright, so there's one more bass part to do, and it's a little more complex. And it sounded weird, and so I had to fix it. Oh, yeah. I will take it! So you may recall the first thing I said is that I need some noodly guitars, and I also mentioned nylon. And it turns out that I don't have a nylon guitar, but what I do have is a nylon on my keyboard. So let's record some of that. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll cut out the one funny note, for sure. That's the benefit of MIDI. Yeah! Alright, I got another cool part here. Hopefully I get this right. I think it's pretty awesome. This is for the pre-chorus. Winter, my heart knows so far. It's us just left, standing in the wilderness, one beat goes there. So let's try it one more time. Yeah. That's fun. All right. So I'm gonna try to match that nylon part with the real guitar just because it sounds. So darn cool. Winter, my heart knows so far. It's us just there, standing in the wilderness, one beat goes there. do some harmony. It's like... Okay, so I'm a decent singer, but I want it to sound really nice and crisp. So what I've done is discovered the key to the song, and that's B major. And I've punched that into my tuning plugin in the computer. And yes, I'm cheating, but here's the difference. Here's the original. And we replaced it with... Okay, so there's not a huge difference, but it matters to me. So tell me if you can hear the difference. Okay, I found the coolest sound. This is not what I'm going to actually do in the song, but... I'll keep that in mind for the future. Well, I think I've got everything I need. Thanks everybody for watching this two-part series on how to make a song in the style of Fleet Foxes. And I know it's not exactly the way the band sounds, but the whole idea is I'm taking inspiration from the band and creating something of my own. I don't want to just be stealing people's music, obviously. And if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for the official music video for my song in the style of Fleet Foxes called Silhouette. Take it easy, everybody.